So this is my room. Yeah. It's not really been used for a couple of 100 years, but it's still my room. It's not dusty. I mean, the posters are, I mean, they age well. Mm, at least the bed's nice. I don't mean that, but I don't think we can actually do anything like that, especially when everyone in the coven is here. But I'm so glad you're here as well. I've been so worried. Mm, I mean, yes, it was quite frightening. I'm still so shook up about it all. I can't imagine what's going through your head. I don't want you anywhere near those things. Can't, I don't know, I don't know what I'd do if anything were to happen to you. But nothing will, so we don't have to worry about that because you're here and you're safe. And you're, I mean, let's just consider it like a holiday, a day or a couple of days away from our normal life. You don't have to work. I don't have to work. No one is doing anything. We're just gonna relax for the next couple of hours because Victoire has called me. I completely forgot about that. Do you want to meet her? I mean, no, no. You can meet my coven master. Yeah, yeah, sure. Yeah. No, no. It's just, I mean, we've been together for so long, and I just sort of came to the conclusion that you haven't actually met my family. Okay. Um, yeah. I mean, that is kind of strange, isn't it? Oh, don't think of it like that. I don't know, it just never came up. I mean, we've just not had a moment where we've done this kind of thing, really. I don't know why, actually. It doesn't matter. You're here now. Everyone else is here now. You can meet everyone. So you've already met my parents. Mom and dad are here as well. And I mean, they absolutely adore you, as you already know, because they always seem to adore your presents and the Christmas cards that we give them. They have them like in a box, and it's just no, no. Well, you can be charming. Um, yes. I am focusing. Okay. Yeah. So a little bit of history, I guess. So you know my parents. They are my parents. Um, you you kind of haven't met my sister, Constance. She's not actually my sister, but she's not a vampire like the rest of us. She's actually human. Well, she's the adopted sister, but we don't really consider her adopted. We've well, I've known her since she was a baby, so she's for all intents and purposes, she's my sister. She's just a little different looking from me. And she doesn't have the fangs, so, there is that. I don't really want you to ever say to her that she's adopted. That would be very mean. And of course, I know you won't say it. I'm just preemptive strike, I guess. She's always been a little bit, what's a nice way of putting this? She's been always she's a little self-conscious about the fact that I don't know if it's about her not being a vampire like the rest of us, or let's just put it this way. When she was a little kid, she went and found a joke shop that has those sort of fake teeth, and she got dressed up in a massive cape. It was mom's scarf, actually. She wrapped it around her shoulders and put the teeth in and just ran up to us and told us she's now turned into a vampire like the rest of us. I mean, the teeth looked so realistic that we, for a moment, thought someone had actually hurt her, but it turns out when my mother started crying and my dad went a little bit ape shit on everyone, it turns out it was just fake teeth. But yeah, we remind her of that all the time, really. But she's, yeah. I mean, yeah. Look, she's my little sister, and I adore her to pieces. She annoys me, like most siblings do, but yeah. And then there's Victoire. She's not really related to us. She's not really part of the Blair family. Um, but she's our coven master. She's actually the one that turned quite a lot of us. Um, Not me myself, purely just because, I was born into this. But yeah, she turned a lot of us for the better. I don't want you to think that we're the sort of people who, I mean, you already know because you've been here, but we're not the sort of, you know, we get hungry, we turn everyone into vampires sort of a thing. You know all those movies you watch? Oh, just, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, so Victoire kind of my grandparents actually found her. She was born but left. I don't know. I think she was the anomaly. Uh, the anomalies are parents who are non-magical. Yeah, she's kind of muggle born. I mean, you can sort of say it's that. But yeah, so yeah, she's been here for centuries. She doesn't look it. But yeah, she's been our coven master for a very long time. I mean, we have to raise the ranks really to get where we are. I mean, I didn't even get to be part of the Hellion 3 until, a couple of years ago, really. And even though I'm a Delaire, that doesn't mean anything. I mean, it means something. It just doesn't mean anything. No, I've never actually asked her. I mean, I know she has someone, but that is a very good question. Hmm. Yeah, we are called the Hellion Three. So you've got Victoire, who is obviously the first, and then you've got me, and then you've got Cassia. She's a little bit of a wild one. Um, she's usually in the library. I mean, I know those two things don't correlate, but it seems to work for her. Um, yeah. So, do you want to meet my family? Yeah? Okay. Um, yeah, sure. Let's go meet Victor. Hey, Victor. Fi fine. How you doing? Oh, is huh, funny. Is that one of your like nerdy things that you do? Is who hasn't seen Friends? What? Mm, we haven't had that talk yet, but yes, in a way. Yes. Um, we can get to that later. Now is definitely not the right time. Thanks, Victor, for telling them about that. It was look, you are ill. Okay, it's okay. I prefer not to worry about that now. We can talk about that later. Victor, yes, this is my yeah. Uh, just wanted to meet you, really. Get to know the family. They've already met mom and dad, and I just wanted them to get to know the place, really. Know the people, since they're going to be here for a while. My name is Victoire Vespertine. I am the coven master of this place, and I'm glad you're here. Anything we can get you, just ask anyone, really, and we'll be able to help. I want you to know you're safe here. We're not going to, we're not going to bite you or anything. Victoire! Just don't listen to her. She's just being silly. Much part of the family. You pretty much a the Hellion without the fangs. Yeah, all squires pretty much are part of it after the ritual itself. We haven't had the ritual yet. Victor was rough for all of us. Yes. So I know we've already met, technically. You know, I kind of did bombard your house the other day with a bleeding Celeste, and then force you to down a couple of juices. But yeah, welcome to the Hellion Coven. Like I said, ask anyone for anything. We have ample enough for you, and we will be going out for supply runs and all the like. We don't really know how long we're going to be staying here, so have you called your family? Do you need them to? I mean, we have room if you want to bring them over and oh, yeah, sure. Anything else you want to ask one of us. If you need to speak to me, I mean, you're welcome to, provided I'm not busy. Yeah, this thing is getting a little bit over the top. Um, don't go near snakes, I swear. That woman's going to kill me. Celeste, I would urge you to keep them out of the main halls tonight. We've got the Sinclair Coven coming over later today. I honestly don't want to speak to Lucy. But yes, Miss Hart is on her way. You know, when the sun goes down, as you know, with their clan, they prefer the darkness. Yeah, so if you could just, I don't know, show him the gardens or something. Yeah, it's nice meeting you. Stay in the parameters of the coven, please. Thanks. Yeah, I don't know what she was saying about snakes. I okay, maybe I do know about the snake thing. Okay, that thing I was telling you about, the day I came back, and you know, yeah. So we kind of met this shifter. Yeah, I mean it was different than any other shifter I've ever seen. For one thing, she was gigantic. I mean, she was normal size, but like she was some form of snake thing. I don't know, and she's poisonous as well. And I mean, she bit through a lot of the shadowy whatever they are, and yeah, I don't really know. Anyway, um, so yeah, because she is a snake, look, there haven't been many snake shifters in Camlia alone. We've got your ordinary, I mean, ordinary-ish shifters. You've got your cats, your dogs. We've got a couple of flying ones. I mean, we've uh, he, but there have never been any snakes, and that means that this shifter is either very new or very old. And Victoire thinks she's old, like old, old. And I'm just worried. Well, okay, so the Dumonts, which is where the snake shifter is from, they were part of what we call the First War. Um, uh, Basically, there was this whole battle of really just wanting land. This was a couple of centuries ago, and yeah, so one of the shifters from one side had a battle with one of the shifters from the other side, the Chastains, and it was brutal. I, so many people died, humans as well as shifters and vampires, and it basically wiped out a lot of people. The entire ground was so covered in blood and bodies that things still no longer grow in that area. So you can imagine how bad it was. The fact that there is a Dumont here again, it's scary. Well, I mean, it, we don't know what this means. The Dumonts are here. The Chastains are back. I don't know if this means another war is coming, or if it's something completely innocent. I don't know what this means. None of us do. It's why we're speaking with the Sinclair clan. Um, Victoire's obviously taking, you know, a case over it. But yeah, it's really worrying. I don't know what to. It's why she has everyone here. Because if there is a war, if there is anything, then she doesn't want anyone, humans, vampires, shifters, demons, anything that lives in Calmia to. I yes, there are demons and shifters and all sorts in Calmia that you may not be used to knowing, but yeah. Okay, look, there is a lot that I don't know. I mean, we need to research on the history of that war, really. And I mean, I can only tell you what I know, and what I know is stories that I've heard from other people, and I can't confirm if even what they're saying is, not exaggerated or if it's even the right stories. So much can change in centuries. I let's let's not think about that. Yeah, let's go to the gardens. Yeah, we can go to the gardens. I can show you the opulence that is the maze. Yeah. Oh yes, we have a maze. We have all sorts. My favorite is the greenhouse, actually. Um, we have all sorts of flowers, especially calmias. All right. Um, look, if anything were to happen to any of us, just know I do love you. And I did technically plan for you to be my squire, but I don't think now would be the right time to even consider anything. Not until I know we're all safe and sound. So can we just put a pin on that for now? Just for today. Thank you. Okay, gardens it is. Alright, follow me. I'll take you right to the center of the garden. Don't get lost now.